Hi, I'm Marty Ware from youtube.com/Marty's Garden, the potted vegetable garden, and little did you know, martyware.com.au. Yeah, I've got a few different sites, but they all show different types of material and different quality content. Now, today, what I want to show you and what I want to talk to you about is producing good soil at home in your garden without too much work and to get really good benefits. Building a raised bed garden, such as this one, improves soil drainage and air ratio through the soil. So the water can get away, the air can go through the soil, and also it makes it easier to garden because you don't have to get down so low. Adding manure, such as this, horse manure and cow manure and chook manure, needs to be fed on top. If you dig it through, then it takes nitrogen to break it down, unless it's very old and it's already been broken down already. And so that goes against the point of creating good soil. Also, placing your compost, your mulch and your manures on top works in a natural system as would nature. As when plants and leaves and animals, things die, they're always on the ground first and feed the topsoil from above. And a lot of us, we like to get in there and dig all this fresh manure through, but we're actually making a mistake by doing that, because the nitrogen that is needed to break it down then gets depleted from the soil. So what I recommend, unless you've got really old fertilizer that's already broken down, then dig it through. If it's fairly fresh, put it on top and let the worms do the job for you. Quality healthy soils also need a good balance of the NPK. Now, if it's lacking one of them, then these quality nutrients, then you mightn't get the growth or the flowers that you want and the fruit set. Now, for green healthy vegetables, such as these ones, and lettuce and all those type of plants that produce a lot of leaf growth, you need a lot of nitrogen in the soil. But then you don't want to have them planted too close by to other plants, such as tomatoes, that will produce too much leaf growth and not enough fruit. One way to improve your soil is to have a quality mulch on top of the garden beds. No matter where you're growing, whether it's actually going to be an raised bed or a lower in the ground bed, or even in the potted garden. Now you can see underneath, the soil here is forming and it's beautiful and friable and loamy. And the idea with mulch is to not to pack it tight. You need the oxygen in there so the microbes can form and live. And if it's just light, loose and fluffy, all the air can get in there and all the worms can get through, all the microbes can live successfully, and it will break down, creating nice humus in the soil for you. When preparing quality soil for your vegetable garden, it is best to build up a soil profile over time, so this can become more manageable and less work and more productive. The best way to do this is to build up the soil profile as deep as possible. This means when the water comes and the rain comes, the moisture is stored down deep and it can store for days for when the dry periods appear. It also pushes the plant's roots deeper, helping it survive through the times when we may run out of water, or we're just waiting for it to appear in the next rains. Building a huge healthy root system will also help you have more productive and healthy plants in the dry times, and it will still be lush and green, while possibly your neighbours may just be withering away. Now, for vegetable garden beds, well, you want to increase the drainage and airflow by building the raised garden beds. And building the soil up by placing mulch on top, such as lucerne, straw or sugarcane, possibly organic if you can get it. Avoid those heavy barks that are used in landscaping. Now, they serve their purpose there, but they're not really beneficial in the herb and vegetable and fruit garden. Manure. Cow, horse and chicken manure is probably the strongest. Worm castings would be possibly what I believe the best, because it holds a lot of nutrient, it stores a lot of moisture, and it doesn't burn any of the roots of the plant. So if you overdo it, you're not going to burn anything and create any type of leaf foliage problems or any type of root burn. And it's also great for seedlings. Chicken is known as the strongest because, well, they have such a wide variety of diet, but you must be aware of it, and better to use less than too much. Also, I recommend that you don't dig in fresh manure, as it takes away vital nitrogen to break it down, therefore having a reversed effect on your soils. Compost. Well, adding a quality compost and building the compost over time is a great idea to build that soil profile. Add it slowly to the top layer of your soil, as this helps contain the moisture and store tons of vital nutrients. It's also great for microbial activity and getting those worms in to do the work for you. Last and least, if you've got very heavy compact soils, I suggest that you use something like lime, gypsum or dolomite, which contains the calcium to break up the clay soils into a more friable loam. Also, if you don't want to dig so much, plant comfrey around, as the deep root will penetrate down, break up those soils, and also bring up the nutrients that are deep down in the soil profile back into the leaf, and you can put it back into your compost or place it on top of your veggie garden as a mulch. Alright, I'm Marty Ware from thepotofvegetablegarden.com, youtube.com/Marty's Garden, and last but least, martyware.com.au. Come and visit us at any of those websites today, and you'll learn lots more about vegetable gardening, growing herbs, improving soils. The list goes on. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can watch more videos just like this one. Bye.